job there by Young, picking that defense apart and finding openings for his teammates.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Sarr passes to Young. Here's Marin. Back to Young. Shot clock at 6. Rebound Toronto.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish it tight. That's a miss they can live with.
The three from Quickly. Can't hit that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Wizards leading by 5. And we'll be back with you shortly. For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you think about how the Wizards are doing here?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
I love how they're playing. When you combine great effort and great execution, it leads to great results.
We've got George, Sarr out there with Davis. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Marin in a 2-guard. That's the group for Washington right now. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. And Toronto has possession. The Wizards making their last shot. Outside Barrett. Over George. Barrett can't hit. Washington leading by 5. Pass to Young. To the middle. Tipped. And now the Raptors on the break. Here's Ingram. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
And few guys in this league make more contested, difficult shots than Brandon Ingram. He's got so much confidence.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. In for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Barrett. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Scotty Barnes.
And the last couple of months, the rebounding totals have taken a bit of a dive for him. Let's see if he can refocus and put more effort on the glass.
And you heard that the Raptors were looking to be aggressive this summer, Tim. Why now?
Well, they're trying to replicate what they accomplished when they acquired Kawhi Leonard, which led to a title in 2019. So this is a front office not afraid to shake things up.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Quickly outside. Here's Ingram. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Let's go with a 3. The shot, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Wizards. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Sarr's got 7 points.
Great touch from the mid-range by Sarr. He knows he's got to keep drilling it from this area.
The 3 from Quickly, and that comes off the assist by Lowry.
Well, the defense needs to be better there. They gave way too much space.
Pass to Marin. On the wing, Davis. He's guarded by Barnes. Rebounded by Murray Boyles.
Well, that's a shot he should make a majority of the time.
Now Barnes. Ingram on the wing. From outside, off the mark. Washington leading by 5. Barron passes to Davis. Now Sarr. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Arenas. He's got 5. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Barnes. They get it back. Sarr. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Barnes going up with confidence inside.
Yeah, Barnes being very aggressive right now, keeping up the pressure on that defense.
Down low. And finished off by Sarr.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to... In for Washington. Toronto also changed it up. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Ingram, and it's R.J. Barrett in for Quickly. And so here is Toronto. It's a 5-point game. For 3, Lowry. Washington with a rebound. Sarr's got his 4th rebound in this one.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Marin, and the shot falls short that time.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
The 3, Barrett nails it from 3. Barrett's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
If you give R.J. Barrett that kind of space, he's going to take the 3 every time.
Pass to Vukcevic. And it's out of bounds to the Wizards. Washington retains possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
And Washington making a change here. Young's checked in. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Ingram comes in for Barrett. Here's Arenas. He's got 5. Launches a 3. The rebound by Lowry. Pass to Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
An effortless flush that time by Ingram. It's so easy for him to get to the rim.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Here's Marin. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Marin. Got it. Good job in the low post. Marin's got 6.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ingram. Rebound, Washington. Marin's got 4 rebounds now. And he lobs it up top. Rejected by Barnes.
Well, Barnes is a point forward with a wingspan of 7 feet 3 inches, so he is always a threat to send it back in your face.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Wizards leading by 4. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. The Washington Wizards in our featured matchup, and what a competitive half it's been. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back. Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
Their work on the glass has been superb tonight, chasing down every miss there, Ernie. That's their mindset.
Yeah, you can tell it was a focal point of their game plan coming in, and they've made good on that. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one. Both teams trying to gain an edge. One guy's been getting it done, Alexander Sarr.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. Kyle Lowry out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Ooh, it's stolen. And it's Washington on the break. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Davis has got 6.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Raptors trail by 6. Outside Ingram. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. The 3 from Barnes. Goes back up. And it's laid up and in by Pirtle. Pirtle's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, that's just Pirtle putting in work on the glass. He is not going to get outworked.
Here's Sarr. And finished off by Sarr.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, guys. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Back to you, Brian.
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report.
If you give Ingram a shot that close to the rim, he's just flat out not going to miss it.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Review with his guys. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Pirtle's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think being in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
see how the starters and bench match up scoring-wise tonight for Washington. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Arenas. Leonard defending. Arenas passes to Marin. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Great use of the bounce pass right there, setting up his teammate.
Barnes a screen. From deep. It's rebounded by Washington. Marin's got 5 rebounds in the game.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
George a screen on Lowry. Here's Arenas. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
That one on Barnes.
First team.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
The Wizards. Arena. Taking 2 shots.
And he drops the first. Well, Legs, being a GM in the NBA is a tough gig. What's the most important part of the job, in your opinion?
Well, BA, evaluating talent is still the main responsibility of the job. That includes drafting, and it's about building relationships, establishing communication, and culture.
Ooh, it sounds like a lot of qualifications that you have.
Well, I'm pretty comfortable right here, if that's okay.
Now here's Lowry. Back to Ingram. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Stolen by Sarr. Here's Marin. He's guarded by Lowry. Washington again can't hit. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 10. And he makes it. Ingram's got 12 points.
Another bucket that time by Ingram. He is going off, looking to attack every time he catches the ball.
Sarr. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Inside. And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by Leonard. 14 points for Brandon Ingram.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And they say you never want to get stuck in the middle. But the Raptors are in the middle, Tim. What's the plan?
Well, BA, they're still very young, and they do have some playoff potential. I think making a trade for Brandon Ingram tells you what you need to know. They wanted to be aggressive because the East feels wide open.
On the break. Pass to Arenas. And he converts the layup. He's got 11. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And the relentless pace has really taken a toll on the opposition.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. For the Raptors, Mamukelashvili's checked in for Pirtle, and Emmanuel Quickly subbed in for Lowry. Young Begins quickly. And there's the screen. Here's Leonard. Nice jump shot.
Kawhi Leonard.
Here's Young. Still no points. Pass to Vukcevic. Here's Marin. Going inside. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game after all these to defend.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Shot clock at 5. Misses the 3. 23 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Young. Here's Vukcevic. Three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give him another possession at all.
Clock management is everything right here. Time and score are paramount.